When ocean crust and continental crust collide, one plate slides under the other. It's the denser ocean crust, remember, which is covered in peanut butter, layers of peanut butter and jam and jelly. As my jam and jelly covered hand, okay, slides underneath, okay, my continental crust hand. You can imagine the jelly and the peanut butter and the jam kind of building up all over the frontal edge of my continental crust hand as it slides under. And you'd have a really big accumulation of jam and peanut butter and be all messed up and deformed. It was nice and layered on my hand, but it would all look all gnarly and stuff like that as I scraped it down under my other hand. And essentially that's what happened on the western coast of North America. Again, you had this plate that was oceanic and it was moving and it was subducting underneath the North American continent. And as it did, all the jam and the peanut butter and the jelly got all sort of built up along the western margin here. It accrued over time. Now this is not a short time, this is a long time. We're talking tens of millions of years. That over time, essentially land was glued onto the side of North America here. Okay? That's why we can go to Yoho National Park, which is on the border of BC and Alberta. Okay? If you drive to Calgary and you go through Yoho National Park, you run through a town called Field, BC, right on the border. And if you go up into the mountains in Field, you'll hit a place, or you can go to a place, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The United Nations has designated this place one of the most important places in the world and has accorded it incredible protection. It's called the Burgess Shale. And the Burgess Shale, what is shale? What kind of rock? It's a sedimentary rock that forms in ocean environments. The border of BC and Alberta is 500 kilometers as the bird flies, or probably closer to 600 kilometers as the bird flies, to any sort of ocean. But what happened was that when this huge plate was subducting underneath the North American plate, all of this sedimentary rock, this shale, which was packed with fossils, the Burgess Shale is probably the #1 deposit of ancient sea creature fossils in the world. It's absolutely jam-packed. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a trilobite, okay, up in the Burgess Shale. It's abundant. Anyways, this shale got scraped off of this subducting crust and deposited up in the mountains, okay, layer after layer after layer, okay, on what used to be the coast of North America, but is now, again, hundreds of kilometers inland. The Burgess Shale. These are marine organisms, fossilized forever, way, way up in the mountains and hundreds of kilometers from the ocean. Belushka?
So you can like go up there and